Hello, Aries. It's the Scorpio Stellium here. We're going to do your predictions for the week of September 27th. If you are new here on the channel, guess what? So am I. You can be like one of the first fans, okay? I hope you enjoy your reading this week. Let's take a look at what you're bringing into the week, how the week is going to go, and the energy you're going to close out the week with as well. Now, I also want to say, as usual, if I do not see anything about love or I don't get a whole lot of information about love in the initial spread, stick around for the end of the video because I will pull more cards on it. Okay, Aries. Trying to move into some new things, into some better energy. Trying to advance, finding healing. What's supporting this reading is the King of Coins. Okay, this is also Pentacles, so you'll hear me use those interchangeably, but this is about success. Okay, this is about you finally getting to a point where you feel more comfortable in your career, with your finances, with the things that you have been working towards manifesting in the material world. Okay, it's not so much about spirituality or love, it's about all the stuff, and that feels very stable for you this week. So that's what's supporting our reading, so that makes me happy. We're starting off good. What you're bringing into this week: reverse Devil, reverse Chariot, reverse Four of Coins. This to me is really like trying to let go of something and move on from something that you have previously felt a lot of stagnation around, that you have felt like you have to hold on to. It's something that you have been like grasping with white knuckles, and you've just realized, I can't keep holding on to this. If it wants to go, it's going to go. So you've chosen to release that so that you don't hurt yourself, so you don't stagnate. It's not in an animosity. It's not a giving up. It's an acceptance of what the situation is and what it needs. And I think you are completely right in your feelings of bringing this into the week of like, look, I have to make a shift here. I have to move towards something better. It may make you feel a little bit like you're starting over, quite frankly, because you do have the reverse Chariot here. This is giving me the feeling that it's like you're almost like it's the stable ground is gone. The comfort, the thing that you were used to, that you're releasing, even though it wasn't really a healthy thing, it still was a comfortable, stable thing. It was like better the devil that I know than the one I don't. So it was like you knew what this energy was and you were okay with that for a period of time. But now you're not okay with it anymore. So this is a shift. This is a mental shift that's occurring between last week and this week. So this week, the bulk of it is really about, Two of Wands, Nine of Coins, reversed Empress. You're making some plans and you have these decisions to make, these plans to make, but it's almost like because of what happened before, I think that you're striking out on your own and you're not taking anybody or anything else into account. And this is not a judgment statement. This is just where I'm seeing you at. It feels to me like because you gave so much before, you're at a point this week that you want it to be about you and your needs and what you're planning to do, not considering everything else and everyone else. It's okay to be a little selfish sometimes. It's really not even selfishness as much as it is you needing to do something better for you. You needing to look out for you. You needing to give yourself some love instead of focusing on what other people need and what other people want. This is with the Nine of Coins in the middle. You have the discipline to manifest whatever dreams you are desiring. Okay, so I am seeing you planning new things. I'm seeing you have the discipline and the skill to make it happen. You're very independent. You're very hardworking. When you have your mind set on something, it's go time. Your foot is on the gas. The reverse Empress at the end of it is also an indication to me that it's going to take a little bit of time for this to pay off. It's not going to be paying off as soon as what you would anticipate. And I tell you this, Aries, because your initial thought is going to be, or your gut feeling here is going to be like, well, if it doesn't pay off, then I'm going to give up on it. Because Aries is all initiating energy. They're great at starting, but you guys aren't so great at finishing. I just have to be honest with you. So it's okay if this takes a little bit of time. It's showing some delay on, getting what you worked for, manifesting it. That's okay. This is a week-long read. So obviously, if you're putting big plans into motion, it's going to take longer than a week, right? No big deal. Okay, the last line here, reverse Ten of Wands, reverse Queen of Wands, the Star. All right. This is going back to this other situation that you're dealing with. This is going back to it because you have this throw your hands up kind of feeling. It's avoiding it. So now we started off with like you're doing this because you need to do it. Now we're kind of moving into like, okay, well, but wait a minute. We do have to deal with the issue, what the problem is. We do have to take care of it, because avoiding it or acting out of spite or being demanding is not the way to deal with it. But really how mostly I'm seeing you guys doing it is just turning your back on it unless you're forced to confront it. And then I see the anger, or see the spite, or see the bitterness. Okay, I see that happening if you're forced to look at it or answer somebody, really. Don't do that though, okay? It has to be dealt with in a healthy way, and you are able to do this because you do have the Star as your last card here. So I do see the healing, okay? I do think that there is an ability for you to move on, or to have the insight that you need to fix whatever needs to be fixed. Now, some situations cannot be healed, they cannot be reconciled, but they still have to be dealt with, yeah? Okay, so let's take a quick look at this reverse Queen of Wands. And the reason is because this is definitely you. Queen of Wands is fire energy, okay? She is a fire sign. And when she's not happy, when she doesn't feel confident, when she doesn't feel optimistic and independent, then she gets cranky. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's pull another card. Okay. Again, feeling like wanting to just give up on something. Not wanting to stand your ground anymore because you're just sick of it. Strength. All right, so this situation that you're dealing with, I think really does involve another person. And I think that it could be a Leo. I think it could be a Cancer. I think it could be a Capricorn. I think it could be a Taurus as well. Sun, Moon, or Rising, any of those signs. The Strength card, though, even though you feel like giving up, you still have the determination, okay? It's an emotional response where you're just like, I just want to say, forget this. I'm so done with this shit. But you don't, because you have so much inner resolve and fortitude. And really, Aries is not known for being patient, but you are pretty patient with this person. You're pretty patient with this situation. I mean, you may snap and you may say some harsh things, but you're still in it, okay? Even though it's like, I feel like I have to release this, you're finding a way to reclaim your power without giving up or without being pushy. That's really what this week is about for you. Let's take a look at love, okay? Okay, Aries. We're going to shuffle for love. Oh, some endings here. Okay. Some plans that were frustrated or canceled, but then the Lovers as well. Golly. Okay. And what's supporting it? What's supporting it? This tells us the story right here. This tells me the majority of what I need to know. It's the Hanged Man. This is a state of suspension. Okay, I don't feel like there's a lot of movement. I feel like there may be sacrifices that have to be made. There's adjustments that need to be made, but we're just in a holding pattern. We're in a holding pattern. We're in a waiting stage of the game because the plans were frustrated. Then we have, that's the reverse Three of Wands. And then I have the Death card up here. So this is like, you know, there's a huge loss going on. All right. Something that you were waiting for or thinking that was going to happen in love did not happen. I see this individual as another fire sign here. So I think we're dealing with Taurus. We're dealing with other fire signs. We could be dealing with Gemini here in love. So this is going to be Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, or Taurus primarily is, or Scorpio actually with the Death card. So these are the kind of people that you are dealing with. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising. There is a individual here that is so charming, so passionate and charismatic. They just draw you in like a moth to the flame. And it seems like your plans with them were shot. It seems like maybe the chance with them is done and over. It can't even feel like that because I do have the Death card in this first line. But I think that there's a big difference between having the Death card in the beginning of my read and at the end. Those are totally, totally different things. And at the end of this, that's not how it's going down, okay? I've got the Six of Wands, which is success and victory at the end of this. So let's talk through this, okay? The Empress, the Seven of Coins, and the Lovers. So this is really beautiful. You've put a lot of work into a relationship. Two people hopefully have been putting in the work, but at least you are. Nonetheless, it's like you have invested in somebody and you are waiting for the payout. Okay. Not like you're taking advantage or like you're just doing it because you want something. I mean, you're investing in them as a person. You're investing in this love because you want it to grow. You want it to be stable. You want it to succeed. You want the relationship to succeed. And this is the Empress here. It's like it's so fertile, okay? It's like this, you planted it in fertile ground. It was a good investment with them, despite the fact that it feels like it's not going the way that you wanted it to this week. Okay, remember, a week reading, a week at a time. So again, this is not huge, like grand scale. This is 1 week. So I think you are really nurturing this relationship and trying to, for some of you, like you're trying to like put it on life support and bring it back, you know? You're like pumping the chest, come on, it's gonna work. And for the rest of you, it's more about just feeding it, you know, speaking to the person you love's, speaking their language, giving them what they need, more affection, more time with them, whatever is needed to recuperate from this whole nasty kind of stuff we started with. Then we have the Two of Coins, the Six of Wands, and the King of Swords. You're going to have to find some balance. You're going to have to probably make some choices so that you can prioritize. Now, this may be prioritizing between this person and yourself. It could be between something that this person that you love or you're thinking about is wanting to do, or things that they need, or the energy putting into them, and all of the rest of your life. But whatever it is, you're going to have to find some balance, and choices are going to have to be made. And you know, where you spend your time is what you love. I always tell my clients something that my granddaddy told me, and he said, if a man loves you, now this is obviously with a gender, you know, assigned to it. If a man loves a woman, you can take it and leave it however you want. But when a man loves someone, he gives her his two most important possessions, his time and his money. And he's not saying like go be a gold digger. He's saying that he's not going to think twice about supporting her and taking care of her and giving her his time. So this is about giving the time that is needed to the people that need it. Like, that's how you know what you value, where you put your time. The Six of Wands is the reward, okay? This is the strategy that we have developed here this week with the loved one, the choices that you made, the way that you are doing things. As far as this line with investing in the relationship is paying off. So there's total success here at the end of it. With the Hangman, I'm going to go back to the fact that don't be surprised if you have to sacrifice something. Don't be surprised if this costs you something that you're going to have to let go. Okay, Aries, let's close this out with a Moonology Oracle card reading message from the universe for you. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Well, what do you know? Because that's what we just got done talking about. So I'm not going to say any more about that. You get it. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.